We're live, or should be.
Hello, everyone, assuming we are in fact live, and
It looks like we
welcome
are.
back to Final Show Films Chronicles of Divastara.
Okay, Kirk.
You say that and it makes me stop. I am William, and I am your storyteller for this D&D 5e campaign, or Shani. And joining me today, we have Yara.
Hi, I'm Yari. I am playing Morgan Thompson, the People's Paladin.
And the Zodiac System.
Who is muted.
Hi, we are the Zodiac System, and I am playing Ygraine Bone Chewer, the Hexblood Witch.
As represented by the Snow Whitest of cats.
Yes.
Yep.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Astra. She is a Gepetan. She is a warlock. She is evil.
And Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm playing Molly Malone Clemens, who is a human time travel investigator.
And as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. Happy Sloth Month? Yes,
Still
happy
sloth.
Sloth Month.
Yep.
And reminder: call your payment processors. They are still buckling under the weight of constant calling. And when last we left off, our group of intrepid adventurers, having located and exterminated the bone collective that had escaped from the grasp of Tar Aldrin, returned to the Necromancer's Tower, and were rewarded for their task with a gauntlet runner, as yet unnamed, ready to be christened by the party, where they additionally learned, as the gauntlet runner was described as one that is of a beastly nature, a wild nature, best attuned and communed with by a being either capable of handling animals or in tune with the wilds themselves. They learned the truth of Alsana Goldmane, the individual that they had been so suspicious of their surprising competence in the past. As Alsana, drawn to the cockpit of the gauntlet runner by some strange instinct, sat down and began to interface with the console and expanded into her hybrid form, as it was revealed that Alsana Goldmane is a were-tiger, a golden were-tiger, whose fur matches her typical hair color. And that's where we left off, as there is currently a were-tiger sitting in the cockpit staring at the controls.
Regular farmer my ass.
She sort of glances over her shoulder. To be fair, none of what I said was ever a lie.
I bet that feels a whole lot better, doesn't it? Being in this form.
In many ways, this is my truer face.
Cool. Let's go.
Where to?
That's the question that we need to answer.
We haven't really gotten that far yet. We don't...
Okay, so where's the map? We had a map at one point in time.
Fortunately, there's a larger map on the war room, I guess we can call it, table downstairs on the cockpit.
Well, I suggest we do that first before we move this behemoth anywhere.
Actually, knowing where things are on the continent, if it's got the full map of the continent, will be useful, because yeah,
Really
this
hard
time
for me
most of
not
us
to.
have seen it.
It's really hard for me not to just quote the image I use for the social media posts.
Didn't
I haven't seen that one yet. Hang on.
make me look that up right now.
Oh, I mean, you all didn't share it. You all didn't retweet our
don't
social media posts.
I don't social media.
Well, yeah, you have an excuse. It is the scene from the Blair Witch Project where Mike says, "I
Okay.
kicked that fucking map into the creek."
Oh, that one. Okay. Hey,
Good line.
my
It's
social
such
media is
a-
acting weird.
The second I saw map in the go, I was like, "Well, I know what I'm using for our
It's
image."
that or Dora, and I will
love
take
that.
Blair Witch is better here.
Eh,
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. So you can have it both ways. So
Uh,
let's check the map.
So yeah, you head downstairs and find essentially the map you're looking at right now in more like traditional cartography style, but still.
Mhm.
You see the full shape of the continent as well as demarcations indicating each of the 12 nations and their names.
Okay. So are there names on the map?
There should be. Let me double check and make sure. That
All
there
I'm
are.
seeing is party and then a bunch of towers.
Did I put them on GM layer?
Yeah, I was gonna say GM layer.
Bow,
Oh, okay.
bow.
There we go.
There we go.
Grab all these. Token layer. Bam. There you go.
Uh,
Yeah. Now you have in front of you a map that tells you where everything is. Generally speaking, anyway.
Mhm.
Cool.
okay. So which direction did we come from?
Well, you started up here
Okay.
in the vicinity of
This tower.
Kaya Silvertouch's tower.
So we came
Okay.
here. That's all we've done of the world so far.
Okay. Where are we trying to get to?
That's a good question. Which nation state do we want to burn to the ground and salt the earth first?
Well, do we want to
Kevin.
go towards the middle here or do we want to go over here? Do we go to Asterius, whatever that is?
I mean, should we focus on the ones we actually know anything about first?
I
That
mean,
sounds like a good idea.
so work our way west, work our way east, north.
I mean,
Heading's right there.
Just say
Nox is over
the places
here.
the places that you all have party members from.
I was going to say,
yeah.
librarian, where are you from again?
Ricule on the far
Ricule.
southern peninsula.
I'm at the very south down here.
Eh.
I did not realize you were that close to Rumor. Okay.
Yup.
Oh, and there's where you're from.
And then
Yeah, places you have people from.
Heading and Nox are the other ones. And the Reaches. And the Wilds.
Ingrid is from the kleptocracy of Nox, so she says originally she's from the Wilds. Astra is from the vicinity of the 12 Towers. Ukraine is from Kedding. Morgan is from Rumor. And Molly is from Ricule.
Specifically, if I remember correctly, it's that one, right?
Abjuration.
Hey.
I believe that's the divination tower. It's either that one or the one directly to the clockwise of it.
It's me. It was one of the free ones on VTube Studio. I'm gonna. I thought I was muted. I clicked unmute.
Okay, so of the places we know about, who's likely to actually be a decent ally? I know we have our problems with these places, but
Oh wait, allies? We're looking for allies?
Is that what we're looking for?
Not the divination tower.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So we were all dumped on a beach.
So yeah, it'll actually be this tower. Will be the divination tower on the
Okay.
at the 3 o'clock because it goes it goes abjuration, conjuration, then divination.
Got it.
What did my memory is shit. What did that big booming voice say again? We were all dumped on the beach.
Shake shit up.
basically, yeah.
I don't
Change
remember
the
the
way
exact
things
words,
work.
but shake shit up.
Yeah.
Break it
Things-
all.
Yeah.
And then there was that mysterious figure that we tried to follow, but then disappeared.
hmm
Okay, I'm gonna make a suggestion
So
here.
now we've got the big machine to get somewhere.
Right.
Now
I realized I didn't do my typical thing, and I haven't given you a party notes document. Let me fix that.
We're looking for allies, apparently. Am I
Indeed.
understanding that?
Do
Well,
you
we can't.
expect to be able to bring down the kind of powerful people that you need to without friends?
I don't know. I'm asking everybody else.
No,
mean,
I will do
I'm
the
with
small
the
army,
tiger
I
here.
believe.
All right.
okay.
So, if we're looking for allies, we know all of our shit's broken, right?
Yes.
And by our shit, I mean the places we come from.
Yes.
Correct.
I have a thought.
Molly would most certainly agree with you.
God person.
Hi, yes, hello.
Yes. It's
No,
safe.
between God, away from a god at the moment, but yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yes. Sorry, Morgan. It's safe to say, like, I am not a I am not a worshiper. I don't give a shit about any of them. But based on what little I think I probably know about the gods, it's probably safe to say that they don't all get along, right? In
Not
fact,
at
some
all,
of them
that's
might hate each
kind-
other with every fiber of their being.
That is true, and that's kind of why the place is fucked.
Right. Absolutely. 100%. My point being is that I know my place, for example, we try to go there and anybody we find will probably be an ally of whoever we're trying to feed their own intestines to.
Mhm.
I would say it's probably safe to say that in the kleptocracy, sure, they're all going to fight with each other because they're they're untrustworthy absolute shits, but they have a vested interest in keeping each other going. What are the odds that in the theocracy we can find at least one or two deities who are like whose followers are like, let's burn it all down because that's gonna be fun? Those are allies.
Plenty. We are not just one of the rumor allows any god, whether it be one of peace and balance or murder and chaos.
Cool.
We can find the ones that are more. Obviously, I don't want to be on the mass murder train.
Motivated
Mischief
towards-
inclined.
There are
Motivated
some more
towards
tricks.
throwing a wrench in the cogs.
There are people. We could find people like that. Yes. How much power
Possibly
they
by
have, I
murder.
don't know, because it changes by
It-
the goddamn month.
It
But
depends on whether you want to get Rumor to leave the theocracy into more of a different way of governing and eliminate the gods from ruling your country.
it is theoretically a democracy. It just completely changes on which form of democracy it is
Right.
by the month, based on which gods have most power.
Mm.
That is
Which
the
is why it's such a
dumbest
pain in the ass.
system I have ever heard of. But I love it because we can exploit it for our purposes.
We absolutely can. The thing is, if you question the wrong gods and the wrong people, you get kicked out. Hi, it's me.
And
I got kicked out of the borders for asking questions.
So I'm
Right, but go ahead. Sorry.
so as much as it's going to shock everybody to say, I think the doll makes sense.
Funnily enough, as much as it shocks me as well, I agree.
Doesn't shock me at all.
I have
course
agreed
not.
with Astra since we have met her.
Thank
This-
you.
This
No, this doll is making sense here. Like, there
Yeah.
are people we could find. I, out of character, do not know everybody from every god.
Right.
Right.
if you
There are
apply
people
the
we could
correct if you applied the correct pressure at any point, any structure will break.
Like Morgan, sure, you got kicked out for doing the wrong things there, but wouldn't it be safe to say that there are some gods and some followers in there who would really like you because you broke the rules?
Oh, sure. The problem is the ones that kicked me out are, for those who may not know the gods super well, Tyr, a god of justice. They're
So we
kind
don't
of the
recruit
main
Tyr.
guard. No. They hate me. Like, Duke is gonna have my ass for.
Cool.
Duke is gonna string my ass up if we even see him.
Who hates Tyr and would like to see Tyr chopped up into 17,432
I mean,
pieces?
That's a
Any
very
of-
precise number.
I mean, any of Asmodeus would hit him, but I really don't particularly want to work with Asmodeus.
You don't have to. I will.
I would like to see the full detailings, but I would be willing
Yes,
to
I
sign
mean,
the
yes,
contract.
There are
And-
more benign trickstery gods that we could work with, or gods of hospitality and
Fair enough.
help. And
I've come across the name in my research, but tell me again, refresh my memory. Give me a quick rundown on Asmodeus.
Asmodeus is a god of cruelty and tyranny. He is one of the archdevils, but he is powerful enough where he has also gained godhood. As
No,
my
we don't want to
understanding.
work with. We don't want to work with him anyways. We don't want somebody who's going to want rules followed.
No cruelty.
We want someone who wants chaos.
Yes. There's options. You out of character, Shani, you said basically any pantheon goes here.
Just about.
Cyric, we need Cyric.
Yeah, Cyric,
We need Mask.
yeah, Cyric,
Say,
Mask, the
Mask
Traveler.
and Cyric are theoretically possibilities.
We
here.
need somebody who's gonna start a plot that's gonna lead to their own death as
Yep.
a deity, and when it happens, go, should have seen this coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cyric,
Okay.
Mask, Loki, the Traveler are those kind of gods.
Yep.
I've heard of two of those.
Well, yeah, because Tyr is also from the Norse pantheon, so Loki is also a play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the Traveler. I've heard Loki.
And yeah, the Traveler is originally Critical Role originally, but it was also from a different pantheon.
What were the first two you said?
Cyric and
Mask
Mask.
and Cyric.
They're
Anyways, I
Forgotten
have-
Realms pantheon
Like,
of like
just like-
trickstery.
Okay.
Anyone like that? Loth, Hekesis.
This all depends, Morgan. Were you burdened with glorious purpose, or are you just walking around?
Not by any particular god right now. Not kind of disowned by the people who work with Tyr. Though
You're like a freelancer.
yeah, no, my oath is not to a particular god. It is to the people of Remor and the world. It's the world, and now the world around it.
Cool. And you don't have like a non-compete clause currently or anything like that.
I am not tied to a particular god. So
Okay. Well, sometimes when you get let go, like I don't know, I would bet, for example, if you were an adherent of Asmodeus and somehow you got kicked out but not killed, you would be forbidden from doing the good or doing the services of another deity for a period of like 17 lifetimes.
Yeah, I am sure I have heard the bullshit that Asmodeus followers like to pull. Honestly, him and Igraine would understand. Igraine would understand the bullshit that Asmodeus pulls.
Igraine, Asmodeus's name is known in Ketting, and also non-compete clauses are very common in Ketting.
Yeah, Asmodeus has been around and is very well known in the province of Ketting. Non-compete clauses exist because people do not wish to have their backs stabbed. I would much rather have you tell me in writing you're going to stab me into my face than for you to break a contract. And
so what I'm hearing is that what I've been trying to tell people in my own home state is true, that non-compete clauses and backstabbing can be or tales as old as time.
Like I feel like Asmodeus is one of the true evils that has managed to figure out how to make someone an independent contractor and have a non-compete clause.
Oh boy, do I!
Oh yeah,
for you.
I don't owe you any benefits, and you can't work for anyone else.
This sounds eerily familiar as a wrestling fan.
Okay, you've now just solidified the voice of Asmodeus for me if I ever have to voice him.
No,
absolute. You are not allowed.
I need you to make a deal.
No, 100% not.
The wheel. Make the deal.
First of all, Asmodeus cannot be Vince McMahon for one reason.
That's a disservice to Asmodeus.
Thank you. Exactly that. Now, if you want to make it Paul Heyman, I'm with you on that one.
Heyman, I don't know. Heyman sucks for other reasons, but he's not.
I don't know how good of a Heyman impression I could do.
Heyman is Belial.
Heyman is just a grifter. Like he's just a wrestling. He's just a carny promoter, as opposed to Vince.
No, if Heyman is one of the archdevils, he's Belial.
Yep. No, that's fair. And when it is time for him to summon his demons, he's something about Brock Lesnar.
Anyway,
that is my one pun you will get from me, and that is it. By the way.
Yep. Anyway.
Oh, that sounds like
I'm sorry. I didn't even realize you had made that pun. I didn't realize you said Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
I didn't realize you had said that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that because it sounds so similar. Well done.
So
thank you.
Yeah, Molly.
I hate myself.
Molly is more and more sure that Asmodeus and the people of Recule have some kind of deal going on, the more she hears about this.
Yeah. There's plenty of gods we could talk to. It's just finding the right people.
Right.
My biggest issue is getting into the city limits because the guards are going to be on my ass.
Well, you know what we have? We have a giant fucking metal robot.
Oh, yeah. Fair. Just a concern here.
I mean,
We can squish
Yeah.
guards.
Why squish them when it is easier and more fun to make them squish themselves?
Because sometimes you don't have time to play with your food. You just gotta get over
you
it.
should always make time to play with your food.
So am I turning this thing southeast then?
Seems like it.
It's
Yes, please.
Because even if Raccool Rumor fails, we have Raccool right there.
Ugh.
I'm sure there are people there that would be more willing to listen. Even if we have to go search for them.
I'm not discounting that there are powerful people there, but I am less scared of going to the librarian. Sorry, not barbarians, librarians. I'm less scared of going to the
You were closer.
librarians than I am going to the contract makers.
That is fair.
You just haven't met the right librarians.
I have. I owe many a favor.
Well, if I'm
Actually, I am
understanding,
no longer under the thumb of Ketting.
And
I owe no
also,
one anything.
for the last time, probably not the last time, as I have to keep reminding, I may live in a library, but I am an investigator. I am not a librarian. Not that
You
there's
say
any
that
insult
like
to that.
See, now you say that.
You are a librarian
But-
with a travel bag.
Every time I say librarian, you seem to have to clarify that in a way that makes it sound like you're taking insult.
I'm not taking insult. I am just very precise. I'm an investigator. You have to get the facts straight.
if
You
my
have to
understanding,
get the facts straight. I have
if
to
my
get them wrong
understanding,
because it annoys you.
if my understanding of this beast is correct, it'll take us about 5 days to reach the room of theocracy, according to this map.
Okay, out of game. Liam, please remind me of our pilot's name because it's slipping my mind.
Alsana Goldmane.
Alsana. Okay, thank you. All right, Alsana, thank you very much. I am gonna go find a place to put my shit and sit down.
For reference, the Gauntlet Runner can clear 3 hexes in a day.
Okay.
Ah,
All right, well, I'll get us moving then.
Thank you, Alsana.
As Alsana climbs back up to the cockpit and the Gauntlet Runner starts moving, there is an initial jostle as it goes from stationary to moving. There's like a tremor in the ground as it turns and starts to move. But once it starts like moving, just pell mell, just like on all fours, just charging down the way, you can hear the rhythmic thud and crash of its 4 limbs hitting the earth. But the ride itself is surprisingly stable. You hardly notice the fact that you are moving constantly.
Once she adjusts to the movement, Molly is going to be true to her word and grab her shit and find a place to lie down.
There are a number of like individual rooms that you could each claim. There are also a wide array of, as I had mentioned last time, sort of like pod berths.
Yeah, she's gonna claim a room because she wants to put stuff down.
I don't have shit to put down, so
Meanwhile, some of you are tuning to magic items, and one of you in particular has a sword.
yep. All right, you motherfucker.
So, you focus in your essence into this ghostly blade, directing the energies of your pact of the blade into it to forge it into your own weapon. And as you complete the touch and grasp the hilt of the blade, and the ethereal blade itself springs forth from the shattered tang, the voice in your head is joined by a second one, a deep, rasping voice that simply says, "Slay the treasonous daughter."
Sorry, what? I said sorry, not Siri. Stop it.
You can faintly see them in the corner of your eye. This visage of ghostly, desiccated, ancient-looking human, maybe Goliath. It's hard to say. Humanoid, ancient, desiccated, thin, wispy, wiry remnants of what was probably at one point a long beard, bald otherwise.
Hi. So you want to clarify shit for me?
The goddess's daughter, she who is responsible for my death, must die.
What goddess?
Sandraldiga. That is not a name that you recognize.
Okay. And who's her daughter? Is her daughter also a god, or is her daughter a demigod? Or
she was once a companion when we sought to break this world free.
Mm-hmm.
And now, when I saw that they were becoming that which they sought to destroy, she abandoned me and my sister to our deaths.
That sucks. So cool. If I ever run into her, we'll I'm sure we'll fight. Dope.
Qualien.
You're not gonna be a sword that just keeps repeating the same shit in my head constantly, are you?
I will be patient. I will tell you my tales. But Qualien must die.
Dope.
Speaking
Because I'll just yep.
You have now learned this sword is cursed.
Cool.
Becoming attuned to it extends the curse to you. As long as you remain cursed, you are unwilling to part with the sword, keeping it within reach at all times.
Didn't really want to part with it anyways.
You have disadvantage on attack rolls with weapons other than this one, unless no foe is within 60 feet of you that you can see or hear.
It's a packed weapon. That does that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
oh
it's,
no,
it's not the worst curse in the world, but it is a you don't want to put this sword away curse.
Cool.
So I will reveal the spirit's personality and curse in the magic item properly now.
Cool. So yeah, I sorry, what's your name again?
My name was Goliath.
Is it all right if I just call you Sword?
You may.
Good, I was gonna do it anyways. Listen, Sword.
I will also reveal to you, because I don't want to catch you entirely by surprise. I will reveal to you the part of the curse that would normally not be revealed immediately Just because I like the dramatic tension of knowing what's ahead of you if you die.
Dope. So that's definitely going to happen at some point because this is a character of mine, you realize. So it'll become y'all's problem. But
What else is new?
listen, Sword, if I find this bitch, cool. Yeah, we'll kill her. In return, I've got a lot of people that I need to kill. So if you try to stop me from doing that, we're gonna have a problem. Otherwise, everything's gonna be kosher. Are we good?
I will slay your enemies for you.
Cool. We're good then.
For reference.
That's fun because I think I know exactly who the target is.
There's in the Chex chat for the sword spirit, Goliath, his enemy Kalien.
Yep, those are words. Cool.
I was left to die, me and my sister by an ally of mine. That's rough, buddy. Is exactly what just happened.
More of a, yep, I definitely care about that.
Based on the conversation topic and the way he phrased that, you can assume the other body you found the rest of those magic items on would be his sister.
Right. I don't mention that. Because then we might have to go back and get the bitch, and I'm not willing to do that.
I mean, those bodies are long dusted.
Yeah, but there might be to get the death of my. Fuck that shit.
If they were recoverable, Morgan would have already tried.
They're cool. I see no downsides to this arrangement.
Everything's fine.
Well, no, this is one of those situations where, yes, the curse is very bad if you have a noble character who wants to resist all of the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas if you got the right person who's exactly aligned with it, it's like, cool, one more person to kill.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you give it to a neutral evil character.
Yeah. Thing is, I think I also know. Again, I think I know who the target is. It's just not I just haven't heard the confirmed name.
Cool. Yep. So I'm good.
So that's your new friend.
Yep.
The voice in your head seems distraught about this.
Yeah. I like you even more, Sword.
That's not supposed to happen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was something supposed to happen? You bitch.
She doesn't elaborate.
Of course not.
But yeah. Does anyone have anything major that needs to happen over the course of the next 4 or 5 days? Conversations that might need to happen about certain specific swords, per se.
I mean, that's not Astra.
Does anyone?
Oh, are you asking if I tell anybody about the?
I was more asking if anyone asks about the ghostly sword, because I know Astra's not telling anyone if she's not asked.
Just for the hell of it. Molly's gonna notice that Astra is, dragging the sword around with her like everywhere.
Oh no, because I can just summon it whenever I want. I don't keep it out unless I need it. Sorry, okay. I'm not gonna make this easy. I'm gonna
change tactics. Hey, we got that shit ton of stuff from the dead bodies. Whatever happened to the sword that was inhabited by somebody?
That's a really good question.
Would you happen to know anything about that, Astra?
No, I mean I got a sword, but there's nothing in it.
There's nothing in it?
No.
Not at all?
Hold on.
Even though I identified it as a ghost sword?
Nope, there's nothing in it.
I mean,
The 23
you know
on my
for
deception check.
Yeah, you know for a problem is Molly knows for a fact it's in there.
I mean, you can roll insight if you want to.
Maybe it's quiet and maybe it is sleeping currently.
Yeah, like you can roll insight if you want to see if you can see exactly what Astra's bullshitting you about. But
I mean, it's worth a shot.
No, there's nothing in it.
Like,
I was surprised too.
Molly is just always just assuming that Astra is bullshitting.
all right.
Yeah. Oh.
You know for a fact you know for a fact the sword is haunted. You don't know if Astra is bullshitting you about not speaking with the ghost, or if Astra legitimately just hasn't heard anything from the ghost, if the ghost hasn't communicated with Astra, if the ghost is silent.
I would say, more specifically, I got 10 over. I seem pretty sincere about the fact that I've heard nothing about it.
Yeah, like with that much difference, you may never trust Astra, but she doesn't seem like she's lying here. Like she's not giving any particular indication that she's lying.
Maybe it has some certain prerequisite that needs to be fulfilled before it wakes up. I don't know, but
like a
I haven't heard a damn thing.
Yeah, and even if you had, you wouldn't tell me. That's fair.
I would 100% tell you. Listen, there are enough voices in my head as it is. I don't need another one. Like I don't need some fucking sword joining in with future me and trying to overrule me.
Hold up. Does Molly know about?
That's the first time Astra said
no,
future.
That's the first time I've mentioned it.
So you just said something that piqued my interest as, you know, a time traveler. Did you happen to say that future you is in your head?
Oh, yeah, no. Did I never explain this?
It's never come up.
Oh, yeah, no. So it's story time. Sit down. Do you want if you want you can get a snack.
I already have my cup of tea, thank you.
So once upon a time, this glorious, wonderful, friendly doll that you see in front of you was just a doll.
Biting my tongue so hard that it's bleeding, but continue.
Until I woke up. I got woke up by future me.
Okay.
I got woke up by future me because future me got woken up at a different time.
Okay.
And I'm not going to get into the details, but future me, something terrible happened to someone. So future me woke me up earlier in order to fix this problem before it happens.
Wow, that is breaking so many time travel rules, but I don't really write the rules, so you know.
Yeah, they said it was, she says it's fine because I was going to wake up anyways, and it's not breaking things in a way that it's worth the juice is worth the squeeze, essentially. Anyways,
interesting.
The whole point here is that again, something really bad is going to happen to somebody that or has happened. I'm still not totally sure on that. Either way, someone needs to be stopped from doing something very bad to somebody who doesn't deserve it, or someone needs to be avenged and
Right.
make sure that it doesn't happen to anyone else ever again. That's why I need to burn the divination tower to the fucking ground and salt the earth.
And that's going to solve everything.
Yep. Well, it'll solve everything for me. And it'll solve everything for a
Right.
whole bunch of innocent people who will have their lives utterly destroyed
So,
because of future crime, or I saw some or surveillance state, or all of that kind of stuff.
you don't have to tell me anything about that. I already.
So
Um.
that's
a lot
why
of
I'm
it-
training to. That's why I'm training to murder wizards.
I can understand that, and this tells me a lot. It also is kind of an addendum to what I already know as a time traveling investigator. I have a lot more questions,
Listen,
but
I didn't ask to be woken up early. I didn't ask to be woken up at all.
I understand.
So, but yes, anyway, the whole point of this is there is a do-goody version of me voice in my head that's like, no, you're not supposed to save everybody that way. You're supposed to save it in this way that clearly didn't work because everything's bad where I come from. And I don't want the chance of any other voice being in my head overriding me with do-goody pussy me. So no, if there was another voice in there, I would 100% tell you.
You said I believed everything up until that point.
Why don't you believe that part?
Because you're the type that wouldn't tell me something just to,
Yes,
think
after
it's
telling you
hilarious.
after telling you why I was dragged into the experience of being alive and the mission that I'm on, I would risk being overridden and failing in the mission that literally gives me existence just to fuck with you.
Okay.
Every time you stand your ground, I like you more and more.
Oh, you're here. Hi.
Okay. I
It's all good. I get it. I have not been the most cuddly of dolls that you've ever met. I understand.
trust me, I've met far less cuddly dolls than you.
My point being, I get why you might not trust me. In this
See,
case,
that's not a you thing. That's just a me survival thing.
okay, your turn. Who hurt you? That you don't trust anyone.
I've told everybody my story.
No, you've told the 5-second version of your story. Sit down and spill. I just did. Or you cannot, and you can just accept my vulnerability and walk away. I won't take it personally at all.
Listen, because of my job and because of where I live, I have to be skeptical. I can't take anything at face value. That's just the nature of where I live in what I choose to do for a living.
Right.
Nobody hurt me. I'm just literally a person born
You
in the
may
wrong
not-
place.
You may not even realize it, but you have been hurt.
I'm sure I have. But I'm saying and I am more than willing to own up to that when the time is appropriate. However, at this point in time, as far as trust goes, I am skeptical because my entire life I have been told that the new way is the only way to do things, and the new way keeps changing, and people refuse to look back. And so
Mhm.
I'm skeptical of anybody that says they've got the cure for anything because, yeah, we've heard that all before.
Are you saying I have the cure for something?
No, I'm just saying where I come from. Everybody's trying to solve all the problems all the time.
Yeah, I'm not trying to solve any problem. Well, that's not true.
Uh,
I'm not trying to cure the world. I'm trying to hurt it so badly that it doesn't hurt that it hurts less people in response.
see, at least you're honest about it. Because where I come from, people are saying they're trying to save the world and make the world a better place, when in fact, they just want more for themselves
Hmm.
and their own fame and their own glory and their own what have you. They don't want to learn a lesson.
Yep. Look
At
at that. We
least-
found common ground.
At least you're honest. At least you're honest about what you do and why you do it. And I will give you that.
Thank you. I will say this. And this is, you might think this sounds like this is an insult. It's not.
Go ahead.
None of us, none of the people who are on this vehicle / living quarters none of us aren't broken. All of us are broken because if you are not a broken person, you do not have the impetus to change the world the way the big voice in the sky wants us to. People who aren't broken don't try to change things.
I mean, I'm broken in the fact that that I've always been out of place.
That is a type of broken. You with your weird sayings and quips that don't make any sense whatsoever.
To you. I mean, just within this past conversation, I've almost broken into being alive from company and thought about the Marvel multiverses of the MCU.
Again,
These words.
Keep
I mean,
using
don't
these
get me wrong.
words.
I understand multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
It's the other words that are weird. I mean, I know what a Marvel is, but
Yeah.
I know these words individually, but not in this specific combination.
MCU, is that Elvish?
It's an acronym.
This is how Astra assumes that it's pronounced.
Not enough apostrophes to be not
Meta.
enough apostrophes to be
That
Elvish.
word is Elvish.
Yep.
like it's an acronym. Elvish. Got it.
I
Yep.
mean, like I said, I don't use words to properly confuse people. That's just,
An added bonus.
I'm not going to say I don't get a certain kind of joy out of it, but, you know,
Go for it. Own it. There's nothing wrong with owning that. We all suck in our own ways. Own the way that you suck.
Good talk. I'm gonna take my cup of tea and leave on that note.
You do that.
Yeah.
Wait till
On the
she
third,
wait until she's gone and go.
is there a reason not to tell her of my presence?
Oh, there's a yes, duh.
We seem to be of a similar goal.
See, okay, here's the thing. Just well, at least her and Godboy.
Girl.
Girl, thank you.
Girl, go to Jason.
If they find, they're going to be concerned about the morality of it all, and oh no, and
You are all already vowed to kill those in power.
yeah, but they want to do it morally. They're deluded.
We don't have a sword talking to us, so
Kalien is too dangerous to be faced with pretenses of mercy.
Right? Just like wizards. It's all good. So, yeah, we're just going to keep that on the down low as long as we can. And I kick back and I chill and kick my legs a little bit.
On the third day, the gauntlet runner passes over this particularly large lake. There's like a gearing up noise, a sort of like as the runner takes a running leap and splashes down into the lake, and you hear the sound of water being ejected in high volume as it splashes down and starts to paddle its way across the lake. The boat shape of the vehicle now becoming an obvious feature. Whether this becomes obvious will be entirely luck based. I would like someone to roll me a percentile die.
I got it. 87.
All right. At a certain point, while journeying across the lake, the runner comes to a halt. And as you all realize that there are like brass speaking tubes all over this runner, and you only realize this when Alsana's voice comes out of the tube nearest to you and says, "All of you are going to want to come out onto the deck and see this."
Morgan jolts up.
yeah. Molly hurries to the deck.
Yeah. There's a moment where she tries to find where the voice is coming from, finds it, and just like, okay. And then just heads out.
You all step out onto the deck of the ship, and Alsana is still in the cockpit, but she has sort of this like overview down onto the deck from where she's sitting, and her voice comes out of the tube as she sort of indicates off of the port side, and you all walk over to the left and look over, and you see. At first, they look like sea stacks, like just like small rising, like almost like stalagmites or something, rising out of the water. But you get a closer look, and you realize they're segmented and like jointed together. And you realize that you're staring at enormous fingers, bones of a hand, just barely like up to like the third knuckle, peering up out of the lake, the size of small rock outcroppings.
Not sure I love that.
So we have the fingers. Do we have the rest of the hand?
I can only imagine it's submerged under the water.
I mean, do we know if it's just a big corpse, or is it still
It's shown
alive?
no signs.
Is a strong word. Moving.
It's shown no signs of animation, but I thought that the presence of such an enormous corpse may be worth noting.
Noted.
I have, in my lifespan, yet to see anything of such scale.
Yeah, no, this is
Unsettling.
yeah. That's a good word. Just
I
kind of
sorry. I can maneuver the runner around it. It caused me to pause, and when I got a closer look at it, I thought you might want to see as well.
No, thanks for the heads up. This is
Let's make a note of that, because that might become pertinent later.
Yeah. Morgan closes their eyes and just kind of reaches out their perception, and I'm gonna divine sense to see if this is an actual undead creature or just a big giant corpse.
Roll me a perception check real quick, just to see how well you can sense things with your own sense.
Perception. 5.
It doesn't seem to. No, it does not seem to be any kind of undead.
Okay. As I can tell, just a corpse at least. Not having any motion to it. The eyes just start to fade back to their normal kind of bluish green.
It's just a corpse of something incomprehensibly large.
Yep.
Large enough that you're fairly certain no one in this world would be able to mistake it if it was alive and walking around.
Mm.
The runner continues on. You having noted that somewhat picturesque spot as the gauntlet runner passes, literally has room to pass between two of the fingers as it continues to move its way on. It is at the end of the 4th day. Well, correction, no. At the start of the 4th day, you cross into the wilds. And from there, it becomes much more difficult to see anything. If any of you stand on deck, you can see that the runner sits about canopy height for most of the shorter trees, but there are spread about. There are much taller trees spread around. You've got like a half decent view for a little bit because of the height of the runner, but you still can't see much other than foliage in the distance as you move. As you watch the runner move at incredibly high speeds, you do see, like, as you walk, occasionally a vine lashes out and just bounces off the hull of the ship, or like a quill from some animal on the ground is flung and just clangs off as the nature that exists in this place does its best to be a violent threat to anything that civilization brings into it, but the runner is too large, too tough, and too fast. You get the sense, though, that it's not a good idea to stop anywhere in here unless it's for something specific. And at the end of the fourth day, the runner emerges from the wilds as the sun is setting. And you see, stretching before you, the plains of the Rumor theocracy. Open grasslands, the distant stacks and fields of wheat and other farmed crops. And the first signs of the nation that you have now re-entered being enormous statues of various gods, positioned in places of obvious signposting almost, where another nation might have simple wooden road signs. The theocracy places statues of gods to point the way. In the immediate ahead of you here, you find the long flowing silver hair of a ethereally beautiful woman, out like onyx stone statue with alabaster flowing hair, with a blade pointing the way to the direction of the capital city. Morgan, you identify this as Elistray.
Yeah.
The goddess of the moon.
Weirdly, if we're actually looking for people, Elistray might not be a bad option.
Who?
Statue there with the sword pointing. That's Elistray. They're more for the dark hells in the area, but goddess of the moon and one of Lolth's daughters. Don't worry about Lolth too much.
Can I make a religion check?
Yep, go ahead.
Goddess of the moon and self-expression and things like that.
I think
I'm
you
using
do.
inspiration. So I can, for the record, so I can go from a 3 to a 2. Natural 3 to a natural 2. Because that's how inspiration works.
And then you went from a natural 3 to a natural 5.
All right. Damn it. I really want to know who
Upgrades
Locke
people.
was.
I think knowing the city that you are from.
You know what? In my head, who's Loth? Whoever wants to answer that in my head can answer it. One of them seems to have a problem with God, so they probably know gods. The other one might not answer because they might be worried I'd ally with Loth.
Yeah, the Goliath just loathes the Spider Queen, goddess of treachery, betrayal, torture, spiders, and darkness.
Great.
Hopefully,
I will
Madam not
just-
appearing in this
yeah.
film for arachnophobia reasons.
Yep. So I'll just speak up. Is she a bitch like her mom?
Sorry, was that in your head or out
That
loud
was
again?
sorry. Speak up. Verbalize.
I mean, Alistair seems to be quite relaxed compared to Lolth.
How does she feel about wizard murder?
Not my god, not my temple.
If Lolth is Sir appearing in this film, the spider aspect will be significantly toned down.
Yeah. But yeah, no, not my particular goddess. Never was.
Mm-hmm.
I do need to ask for potential use cases. Is it spiders or spider webs included?
Spider webs are fine.
Okay, cool.
But
Webs,
the
because
spider
webs
part
can be
does
relevant.
include. But the spider part does include driders.
Yeah, cool. Good to know.
Cool.
Nothing spider related, but webs themselves.
Webs in this. Yeah, webs are fine. It is seeing a spider.
Good to know. Because
Fair
webs
enough.
can be used for so many things.
Yes, no,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So if I don't know, okay, fine. If I don't know, I'll probably hold back on mentioning the wizard murder until we know more.
Yeah.
Because I don't want a god to be like, that's wrong, Smite.
Right.
And this
Actually,
is
that's
why
a good
we're-
question.
And this is why
Are-
we're avoiding tier.
That's a good question. I know this is like a place of religious people. Are we gonna run into any actual gods walking around?
Out of character, unlikely. My understanding.
Yeah, no, like the gods themselves almost never actually come down. In fact, it's pretty rare to see just even an angel or like any of their major servants. You might see minor ones. Like some devils and demons showing up is not unheard of. Some minor celestials showing up. You may have even seen a Yochlol once.
The most you'll get is occasional like minor angel or devil or demon, something along those lines. But I've never. If they've
Okay.
come down to grace us, it's been behind closed doors.
Grace us, quote unquote.
Said with the utmost sarcasm.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Though, to be fair, I'm not against religion. I have some respect for specific gods. It just depends on what they stand for.
I respect religion. I respect religion and deities just as much as I respect people.
That is a good way to go about it.
To be fair, I have very little respect for people.
Fair. Just, don't insult a god to a follower's face.
No, because I'm not. I am currently short. I do not need to be shorter.
Yeah.
By a head's distance.
Mhm.
Or, flat.
Yeah.
Cool. So how are we getting in?
That's a fun question.
Where
Again,
are we
I'm
looking?
allowed in the country. I'm not allowed in the city.
How do we know the difference?
There you will see the difference. Large gates.
From what I understand, we're currently in the country.
Okay, so are there gods out here that we can?
There'd be
Contact-
followers every.
Excuse me, I can't
There'd
hear
be.
you.
Sorry. There'd be followers of probably some nature deities probably around here. I don't know where they are specifically. Out in the
So-
fields.
If we're looking for a specific deity, is there like? And I'm being genuine here. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. is there like a tracker or a map or a like you will find the deity here and there's a red dot, or like what?
If you're looking, so for Morgan's edification, if you're looking for any deities of note, their rankings and their status and their general movement will be known to the capital city.
Mm-hmm. And then
Going-
just
if you-
temples everywhere to specific deities.
But
Like you'll find minor gods temples and even some of the major gods outlying temples scattered around. But if you want to know where to find a specific god of note, you need to go to the capital city.
okay, so
We could wander around and I could probably find a temple to a deity pretty much anywhere. But if you were looking for a specific one or like a major bastion of one, we'd need to head to the capital.
okay. So I'm guessing, again, correct me if I'm wrong. Could we take a vehicle like this into the capital, or is this best like parked on the outskirts in like?
That would be down to the city itself. This is my first time even seeing one of these, so I don't know what the rules are when it comes to.
From my understanding, communing with the spirit of this beast, they are renowned and regaled wherever they go. They are a sign of strength and status. We will likely not be barred from entering, but perhaps you, as one who is particularly mistreated, might want to disguise yourself or remain within.
That's fair. I can. Yeah. Someone who's a bit better at speaking to people might be better to talk to the guards at the front.
I am always here to make friends.
That is true.
Honestly, there's some people here you might enjoy.
I'm happy to talk to anybody.
That and I fear no gods. They cannot do worse things to me than have already been done.
Isn't that the truth? Comes the voice from inside your brain's head.
I will take your word for it. There are some particularly nasty gods, but
So
I
game
can be
plan.
friendly, but
Yeah, we know.
But yeah, if we're gonna try and smuggle me in, that might be the best way.
Okay, so
We just need a large enough sack.
I was going to say, how good of a contortionist are you?
Outside of the armor, I'm not as big as I look.
I should note, you're not wearing the armor of your order.
No,
Don your helm and hide your face.
you make a fair point.
Hiding in plain sight is often the best disguise.
Yeah,
truly is. So we find a place to park this thing. Now we just need a. So Morgan is hiding in plain sight. We have a couple of people that are not afraid to talk to gods. Now we just gotta figure out which one to talk to. Because we threw a bunch of names around, but we never did figure out. We figured out a general direction of which to go in, but we did not figure out.
okay.
I'm not a god expert, so I don't know. This Elistray bitch doesn't sound too bad, though.
Elistray's not too bad. If we're looking for change and freedom and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
if that's our eventual goal.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a religion check, Morgan.
Yeah. Funny enough, because of my -1 intelligence, I only have a +1, and I'm from the cleric city. I am going to use my inspiration that I get as a human. That's 10.
Can I roll one just for the hell of it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Like out of character, I have some deities I could think of.
Yeah,
It's just whether Morgan knows them that
Yep.
encyclopedically.
same as before. Well, about.
Oh shit, that was terrible.
20 that's had some work done.
Ygraine, change is the goal of Andra, the goddess of change.
If we are looking to insights change, Andra might be our best bet.
How
The
did
goddess of change.
Yeah, no, Avandra's a good call. Why didn't I think of Avandra? I was
How
thinking of
does
the Traveler.
she feel about wizard
Who?
murder?
Wait a second. Who's? Can you say the name again?
Avandra.
Evandra.
Avandra.
Yep.
Thank you.
Goddess of change,
Avandra.
travel, and luck.
Oh, sounds perfect then.
Literally titled the Changebringer. If we're using that version of Avandra, of the Change, yeah.
How does Avandra feel about wizard murder?
Well, it's certainly a change.
It's gonna be a question I ask of any potential
It is
deity.
a change, I guess.
It is indeed a
Probably not.
change.
You know,
I don't know what she's like on wanton violence.
you know, it just occurs
It's
to me.
not wanton, it's targeted and specific. Unless
Fair.
it's in a town full of wizards, and then it's wanton.
Well, luckily there are clerics and paladins here, for the most part.
Perfect.
Well, there are a few wizards if you look at, like, Ayun, but...
It occurs to me, and this just may be a very novel concept. Instead of speculating her feelings on the matter, why don't we just go ask?
Because sometimes when you're dealing with a deity and you ask something like, how do you feel about murder of an entire type of person, they get angry and they smite you. So I like to know the score before we approach.
Again, but something tells me that, like, in her, like, you know, little
Yeah.
brief, her little brief, you know,
Oh no, she definitely seems more a
IMDb
man of
goddesses page. I don't think it has, you know, a breakdown of every specific thing, because then we'd just be here forever.
I'm not saying like she seems
Okay,
it
how
is
about
a
this?
type of change. All I'm saying is one person's a serial or spree killer is another person's guerrilla fighter.
Okay.
If the job is changing the world, Avandra would probably be for it, but we'd have to see on a case-by-case basis what the
Okay.
job is. We
So,
can look into it, maybe not bringing it up immediately might hurt our case.
so let's, instead of leading with, you know, mass murder,
Targeted mass murder.
I'm
Go ahead.
Let's-
I'm done.
Let's focus
Sorry.
on the world-changing parts.
Yes.
yes, let's focus on the other part. The, you know, whole, you know, what we've been sent here to do supposedly thing.
Mm.
And go from there.
I'm also if this is a godlike being that actually sent us, I want to also see if we can find out who actually put that message out. If that was a known god or not.
Then let us rest for the evening, and then in the morning continue our way to the capital city. And with that, for the beginnings of a plan taking shape, so we're going to take our break. So remember, we took our break, you take yours. So sit up, stretch your legs, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back after these commercial messages.
We're back.
A dinosaur story.
No,
At
no.
that point,
Granted, I will forgive this one because I haven't had to deal with it multiple times a week for the last few weeks.
I was about to say it's gonna be a bit before you get to hear it again. So we've still got to arrange our Wednesday and Thursday games back in order.
Gerber, gerber,
But
gerber, grumble,
for-
grumble.
For the very best of reasons, because
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh no, very valid. Yeah, very
No
valid
shade.
reasoning.
Absolutely
I know.
no shade at all around.
I
that.
didn't expect that. I'm just going like, oh yeah, I know the scheduling of the game sucks, but yay, like
No, I think this is 100%. And honestly, I think I think it's going to be good overall, even if that had not been the case.
yeah. I know.
So yeah, there's no shade at all about that.
No, I know.
Anyway,
I'm still gonna laugh about it.
for sure.
But yeah. So we return as the next day dawns, and the Gauntlet Runner continues its trek to the Rumor Theocracy, the capital city thereof, I should say.
Yep.
It is nearing dusk when the Gauntlet Runner pulls in sight of the capital city, which creates perhaps the intended effect as the capital city begins to rise into view. And with the setting sun behind you, you can just see the gleam of the golden city before you. With the sun directly against it, the dazzling gilded ramparts of a city that stretches up into the sky as if reaching for the heavens themselves begins to rise up before you. Everywhere you look, you see spires and walls of gold and ivory, gilded in brilliant, shining yellow and white, with banners of all sorts of different colors. As you can see, the pennants and symbols of various deities hanging from various structures, places that have been relegated to the control of certain individuals in power, certain individual gods that hold sway in the city at the time. But always, the single highest rising spire is the one that rests in the center of the city. As the Grand Temple rises like a mountain among the rest of the city, and at its peak is a lone temple, unadorned, undecorated, plain marble structure atop a pillar of gold, with no visible signs of any individual god. But that highest point in the city is the home of the High Priestess, the ruler and chief divinity of the Rumor Theocracy. But as the Golden City rises before you, and the Gauntlet Runner approaches the gates, the enormous doors of the gates of Rumor begin to creak open as you approach. You can see about 6 guards standing outside of the gate. All seem to step aside at the oncoming approach of a Gauntlet Runner, the assumed importance of its passengers giving way to any desire to pause and check content as the gates creak inward. The gates of Rumor are emblazoned and carved with the names of gods. Any that have entered the city and claimed the right to hold a temple have had their name carved upon the doors. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of deities carved upon the doors of Rumor. Many have been forgotten, Many no longer reside within, but every god that has touched the city has had its name carved in those gates. And there still seems to be room yet for more. As the gates open wide before you and you pass through, there is eventually a set of guards waves the gauntlet runner to an open space where larger vehicles can be seated and parked. The Alsana moves the vehicle into position, and as it takes its rest, there is a release of steam and a low hum that almost sounds like a beast coming to rest. The low purr and growl of an animal settling down.
Morgan is likely one of the first ones off at that point, just kind of getting bearings. And
I think we might have lost Shawnee.
Oh.
I don't know about you guys, but it's just image at least is frozen.
yeah.
Yeah.
It appears like Shawnee is frozen for me as well.
Yep.
Yeah, same.
There we go. Yep, we lost. So, anyways, let's talk about Godsword event while they come back. And how I'm definitely not looking to find us some evil gods to help us out.
Oh, no. Morality isn't on the table here. Like, just
Right?
let's find somebody who's going to help us.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just saying a little slaughter never hurt nobody. Except
This
for
is
the
correct.
people being slaughtered.
Yeah, but they don't really
But
get
they're-
an opinion, do they?
Yeah, they're not us, so it's fine.
Not how any of this works.
It's exactly
No,
how this works.
unfortunately,
I know.
it is how it
I know.
works. That's the problem.
The paladin is twitching.
Almost, actually. The thing is, Morgan is not necessary. It depends on the god in this case. Like,
Right.
if it's something like Umberly, who is a complete bitch and very petty, it's like, sure,
Since
we'll
the
hear
death
them
of
out.
God, there's been a vacancy. Would you like to become a cult leader?
Like, Umberly is literally known as the bitch king. She is a petty motherfucker.
Yeah, no. I don't. Umberly's
Like,
off the table not
hear,
because she's
hear
evil.
her out.
Yep.
But like Asmodeus is off the table because wanton slaughter is not really what we want.
It doesn't necessarily help.
Or like Grumsh. Like we're good without. But they don't have to be like good aligned here.
I'm just saying, don't automatically discount them just because, oh no, they're slaughtering babies.
That's kind of thing you do discount a god for, actually.
That's kind of a, and also
What if they're evil?
Tends to be kind of a deal
babies?
breaker.
storytelling wise, and yeah, that's a no go.
Oh yes, this is me making a joke for the record.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm like, nope, that crosses several lines.
Mm-hmm.
There we are.
Hey.
What was the last thing that I said that went through?
Basically
like
getting
the
into
settling
the
down of the
garage,
beast, and yeah.
Cool. Excellent. It cut out right when my power flashed. Cool. I was worried there for a second that it was going to be a power outage instead of just a flash because it stayed down for like 30
Mhm.
seconds. But we're back.
Your dinosaur story.
Now, once is acceptable.
Twice it's even funnier.
Can we go for roll of threes?
No.
As the gauntlet runner settles, you are all you are all positioned here. It is your choice how you wish to depart. You're currently inside the vehicle. It does look like someone has come to greet whoever is arriving in such an important vehicle.
Does Morgan recognize the finery or whatever? Is there a visible sign of what god this could be?
The guard is dressed in ornate gold plate, face visibly hidden by a mask that almost looks like a death mask, but sort of this chiseled golden features, rounded armored pauldrons, carrying a enormous pole axe in one arm, just sort of crested under the shoulder. The closed gauntlet of Helm is emblazoned upon their armor.
Now,
We're safe for a minute. This is one of Helm's. Not my problem. Not an immediate problem.
Molly is just gonna stick closely beside or behind Morgan.
Still keeping the helmet on.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Just so they don't recognize her face.
Mhm.
Leans over the edge of the deck and goes, come to check in on us, have you?
The helmeted guard looks up at the group of you as you approach the edge of the deck.
So I go to take him
And calls out, "It's a rare day that one of these great beasts graces our doors. Welcome to the capital city of Rumor. What brings your group from afar?"
somebody else better speak up, otherwise I'm going to start saying things.
We're here to see a god about a mission.
Very well. I can only assume that the matters of the upheaval have brought you here, as they have brought many over these past few weeks.
Something along those lines.
Very well. Know that, as all things, you are under the gaze of the gods while you are within these walls. Act accordingly. You are welcome, otherwise.
Duly noted.
He turns and walks away.
Once he's out of earshot, she just turns and goes, the problem is what we can get away with depends on whose gaze we're under.
Hey,
Cool.
listen, if any of them are looking on me in the shower, just as long as they buy me dinner first.
I'm a doll. I don't give a shit.
Right. Think I might be able to find Devandra's temple. It might take a minute. Big city, a lot of temples.
And
If that's where
Avandras
we
is
wanna
not
head
exactly
first.
easy to find.
Yeah.
It's not like the goddess of change and travel is going to have a stationary temple.
Yeah.
Boring and landlocked. That sounds exactly like that god. Sounds perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So we're basically looking for a pop-up shop of a temple.
Pretty much. Could be anything. Hell, it could just be a person evangelizing somewhere, because that'd be fun and interesting.
Crazy person on a street corner. Got it.
I wouldn't say crazy in that specific case.
I am not standing on the street corner.
Morgan cracks a little.
Green gives that too toothy of a grin.
Well, I suppose I'll wait here and mind the Gothic runner until you return.
Sounds like a plan.
We greatly appreciate it.
She deserves a name, by the way.
I need to think about that.
I need to look something.
So, you disembark the Gauntlet Runner and head into the city. Welcome to the City of Gold. Everywhere you look, you see icons of divinity, golden buildings, people moving about wearing their religious icons openly, all sorts of different deities: good, evil, lawful, chaotic, insane. You'll see the signs of every god that you could think of, and probably many more. The question is, where are you going to find the one that you're looking for?
So I'm just picturing, and this is Katie, not Molly, but I'm just picturing, like, depending on the god, I'm just picturing like a concert or sports team artist like merch tent, just like at the front of the temple, just like selling kitschy shit.
That's probably not inaccurate for some of the temples.
Yeah, that is just walking. The front side of Walking's is a flea market.
Just headcanon.
Yeah.
So, how to find the temple of a goddess of change?
Ugrain will reach into a pocket and pull out a handful of knuckle bones, a few dice, and a few bits of string, and will just cast them into the street.
Yeah, asking someone. I mean, I was gonna say asking someone for a game or something wouldn't hurt, but that works too.
Roll me a religion check, Ugrain, with advantage for appropriate tools.
Boop, boop, boop. Bop, and bop. 14.
I need to reload this page so the chat log will actually show up.
There's also a moment where Morgan realizes something, but is gonna see how this plays out first.
So with the 14, you sort of cast the knuckle bones, and the bits of other just random implements of fortune that you have on your person, and they sort of scatter. and like most of them just sort of land directly in front of you, but one of the bones sort of lands and picks up a roll, and it sort of bounces and tumbles and rolls, and like continues to go for a minute before coming to a stop in front of a lamppost. This particular lamppost is shaped in such a way that it rises up from the ground and then curves out to one side and then branches at the top and then curves all the way around over again. And then there's the hanging orb of light that hangs from the top of that lower upper curve that gives the entire lamppost the silhouette of an eye.
Interesting.
I think we may be onto something.
Anyone who wants to can roll me a religion check.
Yep.
I will be doing that.
Morgan get advantage because it's something she'd be super used to.
Yes, you absolutely can have advantage on this one.
9.
24.
Do you need
16.
another from me, or was my 14 the...
You can roll again for this, for recognizing this particular deity. Yeah, that 14 was for whether or not that helps you.
I think I have an idea, but
I'm good.
Morgan and Molly both immediately, this is appropriate, both immediately recognize that this lamppost is shaped in the religious symbol of Ayun, goddess of knowledge.
yeah, that is as much a camera as it is, or a surveillance device as it is a lamppost.
Sorry, what?
That is as much a surveillance device as it is a lamppost. That's one of Ayun's.
But it could also
I
be a
slowly start to raise my hand as if I'm about to cast something at it.
could also be a map. I
Really?
mean, would one deity get offended if we asked where the temple for another deity was?
Depending. However, Ayun is the god of knowledge.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know that.
So honestly, if we're gonna ask anyone how to get some more information, Ayun's probably one of the better ones.
Okay.
Which meaning,
So
if you're
Can I-
listening, knowing mistress, would you point us in the direction of the Temple of Avandra, or wherever that would be currently?
You say that into the open air, and a couple moments later, an elderly gentleman dressed in robes,
It's about to
Bearing-
Eldritch blast that shit.
bearing the symbol of Ayun on his robes, sort of emerges into sight and sort of walks down, reaches up a hand, and casts a spell as that lamp crystal in the center lights up as it is getting dark, and the lamplighter of Ayun comes to light his lamp. And he sort of turns and looks. I'm of the understanding that you're seeking knowledge of where to find one of the many deities of this city.
yes,
Yeah. Considering her likeliness to be not have a set home, we're looking for where Avandra's currently set up shop.
Bringer of change. It can be difficult to find her place of worship, particularly in that it rarely stays in one place for long. However, what you seek is the door marked with her coin.
the door marked with her what?
Her coin.
Coin?
Her holy symbol's a coin.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
And it could be anywhere, in any place. Keep your eyes peeled and your awareness sharp. She doesn't make it easy.
Part of the fun of it, though.
More than one person has accidentally stumbled into Avandra's temple, as the door happened at that time to be in a place one might not expect.
Good to know.
I don't suppose there's any hope of getting any sort of radius.
Anywhere within the city.
That's about what I thought. Well,
Let fortune and the path of the wanderer guide you, and you may find your odds increasing.
so Molly's talking to herself. Who's Fortune and who's the Wanderer?
Both the same, Avandra.
The harder you seek, the harder it is to find. But enjoying the journey is often the quickest path to finding your destination.
Okay, so it's the whole, like, if you're not looking for it, it's going to be right in front of your face.
Hate that.
Well, it is what it is. But we have something more, we have more knowledge than we did before, to which we thank you.
It is my charge, as a servant of the knowing mistress, to disperse knowledge when apt.
Another question, if you don't mind, while you're still here.
Of course.
The voice booming out in the sky the last week or so, during the whole upheaval. Have you gotten any idea who that could be, if that was a deity at all?
If that knowledge is within my mistress's purview, she has not deigned to share it with her followers as of yet.
Good to know. Well,
You
thank
get
you
it.
very
You get a
much.
sense of like minor academic frustration out of that.
Yeah.
I know my goddess is wise, but I would really like to know the answer to that.
I'm also curious.
Okay.
I'm also curious. Yeah, she
Frustrated
nods in understanding.
Molly just nods like, frustrated academic. I understand.
You would actually enjoy the temple, from what little I've been in there.
When I have time to get lost.
I don't think we're on any particular time crunch.
You don't exactly want to tell a research academic investigator to, just go off on their own and have a ball while on a mission. Because you might never see me again.
I'm gonna be blunt with you. My next option was go to grab a drink and play cards with someone, see if the gambling can get us somewhere. So, if you want to go do nerd shit, I do not care.
Well, you know what? And that's surprisingly modern language from you. I guess I'm rubbing off on you. I'm going to turn to the person helping us. I'm terrible with names. Tell me the name of this goddess again. The knowledge.
Gods of knowledge. Ioun.
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 I. 'Cause, 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 'Cause Might you have a library in the Temple of Ayun?
Where else would one find such knowledge in this city?
Fantastic. Do you mind if I peruse?
Of course. If you wish to follow me, I intended to return to the temple after completing my duties of lamplighting.
All right. I will do so.
I'll at least find you at the nearest tavern after this, then.
I don't find you first.
Fair.
All right. Molly follows the lamplighter of Ayun on the way back to their temple. Morgan is going to go gambling.
Mhm.
What's the other two up to?
I'm going to say words that I did not expect to say anytime too soon. I'm following the paladin.
Word for word what I thought you were going to say.
Not. So that could have gone either way, actually.
Yeah?
So who's doing what again?
Morgan's going gambling. Molly's going to the Temple of Ayun to look into their library, and Astra is following Morgan.
Igraine will go with Molly.
All right. Party splits into two groups. Let's begin with Astra and Morgan,
Okay.
as the nearest tavern is probably a little closer than the Temple of Ayun.
Mhm.
The two of you, it doesn't take long to find a tavern.
Is it because it's easy to find, or is it because Morgan knows where they are? Most of them are in this city. Could
Six
be
of one,
either.
half dozen of the other.
Exactly.
Oh, does it matter?
Exactly.
The particular tavern that you find immediately is Hanseth's Holdfast. Hanseth being a dwarven associated god of alcohol. His symbol is a beer stein. That is the symbol on the door to this place. You are 90% certain that this place is both tavern and temple.
Yeah.
So you're not going to like spend the entire time here drunk, are you? I don't mind. I'm just curious. I want to know the score.
I was not planning to get drunk, but a couple drinks at least. I can hold my beer.
Fair enough.
No, this is this is one so we can get some food in the ones that need to eat stomachs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on you because none of that shit means anything to me. So I'm just making sure you don't get in over your head.
Okay, no, I'll be fine.
That's
I know
what
there's a joke here.
everybody who gets in over their head says.
Plus, if I do get too drunk, I can fix myself.
That's what every alcoholic tells themselves.
Lights up the kind of lay on hands.
Oh, I know
glowy
you can
effects.
actually do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You walk in. It's a rowdy, sturdy tavern. There is ale aplenty. There are like barrels of various alcohols stored along the walls. The proprietor is a surly-looking older dwarf dressed in religious garb. There are people getting drunk, eating food, and playing games aplenty. How are you intending to approach this?
This is a brewers. This is a god of brewers. I'm assuming it's fairly hospitable, so she's going to be fairly casual about this. She is going to take a scan to see if there's any guards or anything in the building.
None that appear to be on duty.
Yeah. Another scan just to make sure she doesn't see anyone she recognizes, but if not, she will remove her helmet.
Yep. You take your helmet off. No one seems to react.
Yeah.
At the very least, if you are a regular here, they seem to recognize you as a regular and not as a traitor.
Yeah. It's been a bit. If they are a regular, it's been a bit that they've been there, but yeah, has been here at least once probably. Yeah, just casually walks up to the bar in full plate armor, but not unknown.
Hi, welcome back. What
Long
can I
time no
get you
see.
tonight?
One of your fortunate little low on funds at the moment. One of your cheapest for me, and I know you don't need to, but physically, can you? Looks down at Astra.
I can. Why?
Do you want one?
No.
Water?
People tend to look. No, I'm good. I'm good. People tend to look askance when the doll drinks anything.
Fair?
So yeah, I'm good.
Okay, just for me then.
All right. Penny, as he reaches up, grabs a mug off the counter, slaps a barrel that just has a picture of coppers on it, and pours into it, slides it across. Penny for thy drops.
Pardon, sorry?
He said, penny for thy drops, because he just puts the ale in front of you.
Yeah, she'll reach into a pouch and pull out a couple coppers and...
Which you gather is the name of the drink as well.
Yeah.
It's an intentionally cheap ale.
Yeah. Like, being the god it is, it's still probably good beer, it's just...
Oh yeah, it's flavorful,
cheap.
It's just, like, cheap.
Yeah. I don't think they're selling grog or shit beer in this place.
Yeah, like they don't sell alcohol that isn't at least tasty.
Yeah.
This is just not particularly like exciting. It's just flavor.
Yep.
It is beer flavored beer.
Yeah. She raises a stein to the bartender and takes a swig before making her way to a table.
So are we just chilling here, or do we have a purpose here?
So we're looking for a god of change and a god of fortune.
Right.
There is a chance of under bidding that we can get a game together of some sort of gambling, maybe luck into a follower.
All right.
Also, because it's been a long fucking week and I need to de-stress.
Fair enough.
All right, you go looking for a game. What kind of game do you play? Are you card games or a dice game?
Morgan has proficiency in playing cards.
All right, playing cards it is.
So probably some form of poker, or like three dragon ante or whatever.
I was gonna say, as you step up to a table that's doing a fresh hand at 3 dragon ante, the camera will pass over that and shift as Ygraine and Molly follow the lamplighter into the Temple of Ayun. The temple itself is fairly nondescript, large, mostly made of stone, but it does have carvings of eyes. That sort of eye symbol that is simultaneously like the letter I and also an eye at the top, kind of situation, are carved all over the temple. As he sort of knocks a particular pattern on the door, it opens by itself. And he offers a welcoming gesture inside to the two of you.
Thank you.
You step inside and are immediately greeted by the environment of combination temple and library, as every wall is covered in bookshelves, and the center of the room is split between research tables, throw pillows, and like fonts for water for devotionals. Like it's a unique environment that mixes like reflecting pool temple and like resting place with like lots of like low seating, throw pillows, rugs, things like that, with like research and academia.
Nice. Molly definitely approves. She is going to look for she's of course going to go for history, and she wants to see anything she doesn't have about the history of her own of Ricule, since they tend to destroy history.
Roll me a history check with advantage.
How do I roll with advantage?
At the top of your character sheet, there is a toggle that says automatic. Click on that and change it to query. Like all the way up. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And then click on history, and it'll ask you if you want to roll normally or with advantage or with disadvantage. In this case, you want advantage.
Advantage. Yes.
$24.
Not bad.
So, specifically about Ricule, you don't necessarily find like a specific book about Ricule itself.
Mm-hmm.
What you do find, sort of like in a dustier section that looks like it hasn't been visited in a little bit, but is still relatively well preserved in case anyone does need any of this information, is a massive, thick tome. Like we're talking the kind of book that you have to carry in two hands because it's like almost the size of your torso.
Right.
An enormous book bound and marked with the title "The Crusade Before History."
So what Molly is going to do, because Molly has a very neat ability that she just got not too long ago. If I can find it. The memorize.
Yes, you have the spell memorize.
Yes. So,
I wish I had that spell in real life.
right.
Sorry, which spell?
Memorize. So she is just going to I don't know if there's a limit on this, like on what she can memorize, but
so it memorizes one page at a time.
Okay.
So it'll be particularly important pages you want to cast the spell on.
Yeah, so she's gonna pass through the pages and anything relevant to history that's being erased, and not specifically but Ricule typically doesn't keep a lot of history, and so she's basically looking for gaps in her research, and it's maybe, not taking a ton of pages, but does use memorize on a few pages.
So, relevant history that you learn from this book. A very important tale. Before time, before the history of this world as it is known, before what we understand of our world, there was a time when great dangers walked this earth. Colossal titans, dangerous beasts, things like unto the gods and yet anathema to them. And in the desire to create of this chaos, this danger, a world that the gods might call their own, champions were chosen. A group of heroes who could stand against untold threats, defeat them, and in so doing, make this world their own. To become a place where those who follow beneath could continue to live without being threatened by the great titans of before. Though the names and histories are lost, it is said, as it begins to describe individuals briefly, warriors of great might, crusading kings of oath and sworn fealty, powerful magi of world-bending magic, inspirations, stars shining in the sky, shadows never seen, only felt, daughters and sons of gods who walked the earth in their path, beings with power and fortitude in their very blood, those whose words can write contracts from air and form binding pacts with the elemental forces and powers of this world, and those whose prowess and skill at the hunt and the bringing down of great beasts is without match. And among them all, and those whose perfection of form and self create a bulwark of mastery that threaten even the titans. Among all of these, it is said, as you continue to peruse, that there were also those of such unsurpassed intellect that their very creations left the world ablaze. And perhaps it is the fear of looking back upon that devastation that drives such genius to only ever look forward. And that's where we're going to end for the week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.